Ready? All right. Welcome to Vendor Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Britt, aka 5150. This episode is sponsored by Liberty Tax, Liberty Car Wash, and Barrio Clothing. So make sure you like, follow, and support their business. Thank you all for joining us today. So let's get started. Today we have G.Money, the owner of G.Money's New York Deli, AZ Chop Cheese God. Did I get that right? All right.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you for coming. Without further ado, how about you introduce yourself to the fan club that's watching right now?
It's your boy Money, Chop Cheese God. What's up?
Yeah, we're gonna have your handles so everybody can follow you on Instagram and TikTok at G.Money's New York Deli. It's NY Deli, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So, for those who don't know, you have a food truck. And why don't you tell these people what's like your top promo stuff that you like to sell for your food truck?
So believe it or not, I only got one item on my menu.
That's awesome.
I only sell chopped cheese.
That's amazing. So for people who don't know, what is chopped cheese?
Basically, it's ground beef, American cheese melted over it, lettuce, tomato, mayo, ketchup, and the bread is pressed. It's kind of panini style, but it's crispy.
Right on. And apparently it's a big hit because as I was doing some stalker research, I saw that you had some pretty big names eating your food, like literally eating it. You want to share those stories of how that happened?
Or which one do you want to start with?
Whatever one you want.
The latest one was Dave East. A lot of people know him. He plays Method Man on the Wu-Tang Saga. And he's originally from Harlem, where chopped cheese originated at. So, I knew that was going to be a tough one. We showed up. Me and my boy Smoke and a couple other people, we showed up there. He made me go through 3 of his entourage.
Oh, wow.
Before he would try it. All of them came running back in. Oh, bro, you got to try that. It's like back home.
Yeah.
Then he was leaving. He hopped in his G-Wagon. And I was like, yo, Dave. By the time I got his reaction pulled my camera out, he was halfway gone. Smoke was faster with the camera than me.
Nice. That's awesome. How'd that make you feel by having that review?
That one was like, okay, now I knew I had something, but now we're putting Arizona on. We got the best chopped cheese. Nice. I don't care what nobody says. It's a New York thing, and I'm from Queens, but Arizona got the best chopped cheese.
Right on. How long have you been out here in Arizona?
I've been back and forth since 2005. I actually got family here.
Okay.
So I've been back and forth since 2005, but the last 3 years I've been steady here.
Steady here, nice. So you started out in New York, Queens, you said?
Yep, I was actually a bodega guy. I was just telling the staff outside, the Aki, Raw Money. I don't know if you've seen him on TikTok. He makes the chopped cheese with the Pop-Tarts and the mozzarella sticks, and he's like, sure. I know him. Nice. I pulled up on him. That was another video that went viral. And I'm on the spot, but a lot of people, Ice-T.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I saw that one on your Instagram.
Shout out Markham's. That was a private studio event. They just said, pull up. I pulled up faster than I've ever pulled up somewhere. He came out of his car. I gave it to him. Oh, G.Money is the best in the world.
Nice. That's dope. That's very cool. So how long have you been doing this for, the chopped cheese in New York and then out here?
I've been doing it for a long time, since my teenage years.
Oh, yeah?
I was actually standing in the corner at my deli working. I was over there. Then I came here during the pandemic, and just literally somebody came in. Shout out AZ Grub Squad. They did a video of me. And the next day, a couple people came in and they were like, hey, I saw you on TikTok. Well, I didn't have a TikTok at this point. I had an Instagram. I thought they kind of got confused. I kept doing my thing. By the time the third person told me, I said, bro, let me see. Sure enough, that guy that asked me to do the video, he was the reviewer. The next day, it was overnight.
Nice. I've been hearing that a lot lately, that a lot of these foodies out here, especially in Arizona, will make a video and people go viral over that. We had somebody on, I think it was one of the 3rd episode or so, Jay's Smash Burgers. He got famous because of a foodie, and he just started out in his dad's backyard. So it's crazy how much they can help people who are in the
those foodies come through. You better be ready to work.
Oh yeah, and they have good angles and they got bad angles, and they can make or break your business. So always pay attention to the foodies, guys. That's my tip for you. That's for dang sure. So what would you say, since you've been doing this for a while, what would you say your best and your worst moment is?
My best moment, doing it, like I said, bring it back to that Dave East, because that was like a solidified stamp.
Mm-hmm.
My worst moments is the food truck thing. Everybody thinks it's easy. Just turn it on, turn the key, and go.
Right.
Believe me when I say this, a food truck has more problems than your regular car.
Yep. How so? If you want to tell the people so they know what's
Man,
up.
if it's not your propane tank, it's your fuel pump. If it's not your fuel pump, it could be your generators. If it ain't the generators, your tires blowing out. I'm going on my way to an event. I've had a tire blowout on I-17 in Bell.
Jeez. That's
So
no fun.
just the headaches, but with everything, it's like growing pains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. Would you ever consider opening up your own restaurant, or is it not worth it because it's just the one food product?
I definitely got some thoughts in the future about a brick and mortar, but right now I kind of like the thing where, like, if nobody comes around to the truck, I can move.
Right.
I can't pick up my store.
Nope.
And move and hope somebody walks through the door.
Right. Yeah. That's the benefit of having a mobile food truck, is
Yeah.
being able to set up wherever you want, be able to do events. Do you do like private catering, or is it only just like, pop-ups and whatnot?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm really like a pop-up guy. I know I own a food truck, but I'm known more for the pop-ups. I go to a lot of smoke shops, deal with different businesses around the city.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up, I do 4 hours out there, and it works for both of us.
Nice.
So
And
birthday parties, whatever.
right on. And then is it just you working on it, or do you have your friends or family, or who helps you?
It's just me.
Just you?
I'm the face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the cook.
Yeah.
The GOD.
Yeah. Now I know how you get your name. Let's see. Okay, so obviously, besides the growing pains of owning a food truck, what advice would you have for the people who just in general want to be in the food industry?
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, I started looking at the truck. Believe it or not, I came out with a Blackstone.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was impossible, but I looked at it every day. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get you one day.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be the Choppa Mania mobile one day.
Yeah.
And I just kept pushing. Some days I was like, fuck, I'm not doing this no more.
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing about today, when it's over, you got a chance to do it again tomorrow.
Right.
You just keep pushing. Nothing's impossible.
There you go. I like that. And then how often do you do your pop-ups? Do you have like certain days that you do certain places, or?
Whenever businesses reach out, but I do got some exclusive news for you. I'm popping out to Candy's Friday and Saturday. This Friday and Saturday from 10 to 4. And I'm actually, the first time ever, G.Money is doing this. We're bringing out a special guest.
Oh, snap.
Dre's Meals on Wheels. You can follow him on Instagram. Same handle on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to be tag teaming it up.
Right on. And what kind of food do they have?
He's going to have some nachos, carne asada nachos.
Nice.
Probably, chopped cheese and nachos with cheese.
Just cheese. Nice. And we have some of your little a little ticker going on while people watch the videos. Is that all correct? Friday,
Nice.
Saturday, 10 p.m., 4 a.m. Candies. Nice.
Appreciate that. Oh.
And so it's TikTok and Instagram, and then G.Money's New York Deli, right?
Yep.
Awesome. And then what's your price range for your chopped cheese?
Just depends what you pick. I got 4 of them. They range from 15 to 20.
Okay.
They're foot longs.
Okay.
And they come with fries.
Nice.
So.
Right on. Let's see what else is on there. I haven't seen any comments. I don't know if the comments are on there or not, or if people just haven't chimed in yet. Let's see what else. What other opportunities do you want to talk about when it comes to just starting your business and just like things you want to share with people to get to know you as the owner?
If you're just starting out your business, a lot of it, social media.
Yeah.
That you gotta, as hard as you cook, you gotta be pumping that gram.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started out, I was like, how is this gonna go? How am I? Because I started behind the counter. Like, how is this gonna work? Like, and I just started putting the camera in people's faces, and I knew Instagram. And like I said, that guy came in, the TikTok did it, started bringing traffic to my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Just staying steady with that. Like, don't just cook. Don't just think you're getting a food truck and post outside and it says food with a blinking light and the traffic's coming.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Takes work.
Yeah. So the footwork definitely,
Mm-hmm.
and start slow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, slow money's better than no money.
Very, very true. That's a good point. Yeah, I definitely have had experiences with that myself, of being a vendor and everything. And that's what we want to promote here on this podcast, is just how, like, the ins and outs of being a vendor, behind the scenes stories and everything, and just like what people don't know what it's like to, set up for these events and work these events, especially if you're by yourself or just have one other person with you, all that. And
the footwork that you got to do behind the scenes. it's not just popping out like you mentioned at the event. So let's just say candies Friday. I'll be at Restaurant Depot at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'll be buying all my stuff. I'll be prepping everything. I'll get off at 4. I probably won't get home till 6. I'm going almost 24 hours.
Right. Yeah. People don't realize how, like, even though you say, oh, I have my own business, I can make my own hours. It's like, not really though.
No. No.
Like, if anything, you work harder being your own boss.
Yeah, and then if you break it down to all the hours, you're really making
nothing.
Yeah.
sometimes negative. Go in the negatives, but it's what keeps you going then? Because it is hard. Because it is sometimes you are in the negative. Sometimes you do want to give up. What is it that really keeps you going every day?
Right now, it's them, the fans. Yeah. Like, I can't disappear. If I go a week, trust me, I'll show you my DMs. Hey, bro, where are you at? Can I go to your house? Can you do? I'll give you $100 for a chopped cheese. So it's really all the supporters.
Yeah, that keeps you going.
Yeah, it's kind of like I did this in New York. So I sold chopped cheese to a lot of people, but like, I don't know if this makes sense, but it means more here. Like,
really?
Yeah, because New York is just New York traffic. I mean, they've been eating this, they know what it is. So to bring it like a whole culture to Arizona, yeah, kind of like a stamp here is like, I like it more. It feels better.
Yeah, it means more because it's not just some random people walking by like, oh, I'm already walking this way anyways, and you just happen to be here, and I happen to be hungry, so it is, That's dope. Let's see, what else is there? Because I've never personally, I'm bummed that we didn't get to try the samples, but
only because of chopped cheese, okay? You have to eat that on the spot. It's not something you're getting and taking 45 minutes to your boy. No.
Yeah.
The chopped cheese, you have to eat it right there.
Yeah, and that's good to know too. That's because there are some food trucks that you are able to, save for later and everything. But it's good to know that if it's something that you have to eat right then and there. Do you set up like a little table section for your people?
Now with this tag team partner, I'm gonna tell them just like the Dudley boys, get the tables. We're setting them up. People can sit down. Do the whole thing. We got music playing.
Nice.
Just the whole vibe.
Right on. That's very cool.
And it's BYOB.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. You bring your own weed. Bring your own bottles.
Nice. That's always good. Check. You got the approval of the production company right here. That's dope. So you said candies. Have you set up there before? Or is this your very first time?
I've been there a couple times. Right but there's new owners. Shout out my man Turtle. New owners, so it's a whole different vibe. I mean, it's way better.
Nice. And then where else? So you said that you set up a candy. You set up pop-ups here and there, and people offer to pay you here and there. Let's see, where, and you said you're in mainly Peoria, or do you,
I live in Peoria now, but I'm from Queens.
Right.
I'm from New York. I just had family here, so that's how I discovered Arizona.
Is there any, places that you don't go, any cities, I don't know what's far, Apache Junction, or, any of those?
No, we gotta be fair. I mean, if it's Arizona and I can get there, I'm going.
Yeah.
But, I mean, cross state lines right now, maybe in the future.
There we go.
Arizona, I'm going.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are talking about Tucson and doing stuff out there because there's not a lot of stuff out there.
Oh, yeah, Tucson, definitely call me. That's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so there's that because they don't have a lot of anything going on out there. I used to, when I first moved from California, I lived in Tucson for a while and just was not popping. So I came out here to Phoenix and been out here ever since, about 5 years now. So there's more opportunities, but when I have visited out in Tucson again and done certain events and everything, you won't believe how many people come out there because they're so not used to having people.
Yeah.
So when Phoenix people show Tucson love, they're on it.
That's how it's getting here too. I don't know if you've seen the foodie events. Some of those foodie events, Ace Wings, I have a line from here to my house.
Right.
So that's getting packed with people too. A lot of people are coming from out of state, probably Cali, Las Vegas.
Yep.
That's another thing too. I want to touch Vegas somewhere.
That'd be dope. Yeah, I have yet to do anything out there. I have gone to conventions and stuff out there for vendor events I've been doing and whatnot, but just for setting up, I've not done that. But I feel like that'd be good for anybody, and especially for you if you get a following out there. Would you ever think about maybe franchising your truck so you can have multiple?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's make it make sense, and we're talking.
And I have heard that, especially for the smaller operations, that there's so many people that want their stuff like in other states and everything like that. That
Yep.
they're like, well, how do I do that if it's just me and I can't be everywhere all at once? So a lot of people have considered franchising and everything. So that's another thing to think about, fellow vendors, if you want to franchise or just be, you know, like what would be something that you would go through with somebody to figure out if they're good enough for you, like to represent your company, basically? What would be the process?
That's what I was going to mention. That's going to be hard because, I mean, to find somebody that's going to push the brand like you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Think about can you guys just hire anybody to replace you next week?
No.
Exactly. Eventually, it'll come a time like, yeah, I can teach somebody how to make a chopped cheese, but can they have the camera out? Can they be me? Because with all these celebrities, like I have people that come now they want to try it, of course, but
Right.
they want to see the guy who's cooking it.
Right.
They want to get on Instagram. So you're gonna have to find somebody like and really trust them. You can teach them, but they're not gonna push the brand.
Right.
That makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah,
So the vendors, like, just make sure you're sure.
Yeah, that's what I learned doing this. Like, there's only, even with my stuff, like I have I had a smoke shop that's like online that was geared towards women smokers and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
And there was only one person I trusted that could even watch my booth, let alone promote my stuff, like wear my clothes, smoke my stuff, you know, like everything. And it takes a lot to trust, especially because like when it's your business, it's like your baby. And you don't just trust anybody. You're not supposed to, at least, to trust anybody with your baby to like watch it and make sure that they're safe and has your best interest. So that's something that I learned, and you can't just give it to anybody, you know, because it represents you, it represents your dream, it represents your hard work. And if someone's not going to take it seriously, then what's the point of giving it to them, you know?
Exactly.
That's
Just make sure before you give them the opportunity, you're sure.
Yeah, and it helps, like, especially because with my friend, she like helped me at events. She knows how I set up my table. She knows how much I price things, and that's what's really important to have, is somebody that you can trust with your money. Because regardless if it's right there next to you at the booth or if it's in another state, you gotta work on that trust, and they gotta know what is behind the brand. I guess, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They gotta know this. They gotta be you.
Right? Pretty much have to represent you. Like they have to be like you in another body.
Yep.
That's exciting. So what else would you want to talk about when it comes to like how you started? Like why you decided to chop cheese instead of anything else. I know that you have a lot of influence because of New York and the deli that you worked at and whatnot, but like you could have made sandwiches, you could have made, I don't know, what else do they have at delis? I don't know. Just sliced meat to just sell slang meat for all here. What was it about chopped cheese that made you really want to do that?
It was just the New York staple. Nobody knew about it here.
Yeah.
And then it just so happened that during the pandemic, I don't know if you guys remember the pandemic, what was viral on TikTok, but Cardi B had mentioned the chopped cheese.
That is true. I do remember seeing her. She was talking on some not radio show, on late night television or whatever. She took what's his face into her favorite deli.
Yep.
One of the hosts.
Yep.
I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Jimmy Fallon. It was that other guy with glasses. Dave Letterman, maybe?
Maybe, but it had gone viral.
Yeah.
And that was on TikTok. And remember back to the story where the guy posted me on TikTok.
Right.
I just so happened I didn't know it was viral, and I just started making it.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like just went together.
Yeah.
So the chopped cheese is what they knew me for, and I stuck with it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Now I got 4 different versions.
There you go. What made you decide to get those and what exactly are the 4, just to repeat?
All right, so the first one, we got the OG.
Mm-hmm.
That one has yellow American cheese.
Okay.
That one is mine. That's the OG. The second one is the Gold Vault. That's my jeweler sponsor.
Okay.
That one has 2 slices of yellow and 2 slices of white American cheese. Then we have the Steph cheese, which is she's a famous rapper in New York.
Okay.
Hers has pepper jack.
Ooh, I like that.
Then we have the What's Lex,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Lex Bratchers. She signed Strange Music.
Okay.
That's her chopped cheese, and that one has white American with jalapenos.
Ooh.
So right now it's just cheese, double cheese, different cheese, or spicy. But like I was telling them outside, my goal is just like a rapper out here on the mixtapes. They might drop a mixtape, 10 tracks, 4 different features or whatever. Well, I don't rap.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually my menu, I already have 4 of them.
Right.
Once I get it to like 8, 9, 10, there's my album.
Right? There you go.
My menu. Same hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Same drive.
Yeah. That's dope.
So
That's super dope. And with you, since you have mentioned like rappers having like their own like style of chopped cheese, have you met anybody out here in Arizona yet that you would maybe like? Because for instance, we just had a Murda 623 MV on our podcast last week, and we've interviewed a couple of people. There's Gordy, there's Malamente. Let's see. I'm trying to give them a shout out. They're gonna get mad that I'm not.
I actually watched that episode of 623. Yeah, he was with us at the Breezeway Cypher. That's my boy Chris Koch's clip.
Oh, nice.
So we're all tied in, but Merkham's got a sandwich as well.
Right. There was a question. Laura actually asked it, but then it went away, so I wasn't able to read it. It was too fast. She had a question on there. I think it was just about times. If I remember correctly.
Times 10 to 4.
Yeah, 10 to 4 candies, and then how
can I find out where you're at other times? So this is the key. I'm never at just one spot. I'm kind of like, you have to check my story to see where I'm at. If I don't have an orange bubble, I'm not outside.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of like exclusive, kind of like in New York, every deli is like, there's a deli on every corner, but everybody thinks their deli has the best one. Okay? But you kind of got to know where to go.
Okay.
I kept that same concept over here. You kind of got to know. You can't just be like, oh, you want to chop cheese? He's going to be on Northern and 35th Avenue. No, you have to check his story.
Oh, that's a good idea for people to like make sure people are following you, people are like looking into your stuff, everything. That's awesome. What's a big surge? So after you got that TikToker person, Foodie, how big was your jump from like when you first started on Instagram or TikTok versus after that, like followers wise?
A couple thousand.
Really?
Yeah, it was to the point where I just silenced my phone. It was like getting crazy.
Right?
Yeah, I couldn't keep up. I was like, damn, I'm gonna let everybody down. I can't keep up with the DMs. I'm responding a week later. Like they're asking me, like, are you open still? And I'm responding a week later. Like, you look like an asshole.
Yeah, right? I know, it's hard. It's really because you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's another thing. That's how most of the time when I go to these businesses, a lot of my following pulls up, and I'm not only taking orders face to face. I'm getting mostly off my DM.
Oh shoot!
I'm on my way. Can you put me 3? Can you do this? I'm da da da. So that's back to the Instagram. You need to. This social media is where it's at.
Yeah.
Don't buy the truck and turn it on and go to the corner and hey, it's not working. Of course.
That's crazy. So how I'm assuming you sell out, or do you know, like, have you?
Yeah, most of the time I sell out. Yeah. And I got people are like, damn.
They get pissed off, huh? Yeah. That was like one of the first things, because I had a food truck for a little while. I'm not business partners with them anymore, but at first when we first set up, like, that's the first thing we learned from. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're AZ garlic, Hawaiian garlic shrimp. They were one of the first vendors that like kind of took us under their wing at an event, like a pop-up on a Sunday morning, I think it was, where they told us like it's okay to sell out. Like we thought we were told like we did it wrong, or we didn't calculate the right amount of food, or we gave too many big portions. But they said like, no, it's good that you sell out, because it's not like, you know, when you're selling a product and then you are out of that and then you're screwed. It's like, no, people are like, oh man, I'm gonna get here next time early so I don't miss out on your guys' food. And there's like people that came for them. It was like an anthem event, and people would drive like 20-30 miles just for their food. So they made sure that they got there early. And then he's like, it's a good thing, because then now we're done. Now we get to go home. Now we get to enjoy our family and stuff, you know?
That feels good too when they drive.
Yeah.
Man, I've had Philadelphia. I came from Philadelphia, and you know we got good cheesesteaks.
Right?
And I'm like, yeah, bro, but this is a chopped cheese. And he bit it, and he came with the 76ers versus everybody, like real Philadelphia to the counter. And I'm like, all right, here. And he's like, oh, no, bro, this is it.
That makes me feel really, really good.
Yeah, I've had cross country. That's awesome.
Dang, you think, I mean, I suck at geographic stuff, but you think that, well, I guess since you're out here more, but I'd wait until you're back in New York, because I would have to travel as far if I was him.
Well, I think he said he had a brother or something that told him about it. He lived here, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going." So he's like, "Yo, my brother was telling me I'm here from Philadelphia. I came from Philadelphia to see about you." Kind of like, yeah, let me tell my brother. I'm gonna tell him how wrong you are, but no, totally different, 360. But yeah, no, it's nothing wrong with selling out. I mean, once you're not like available every day and you sell out, you become like exclusive. It kind of like puts you up there. Look at Yeezy. The Yeezy sell out. What happens the next time when they drop? see you later.
Right. I know, it's dope. And so what is it? So if it's obviously it's cool or it's fine, it's not like detriment to sell out or anything. But how do you gauge, like for instance, candy? So you're going to be working Friday and Saturday from 10 to 4. Obviously, you need sometimes sleep, sometimes set up, and all that fun stuff. To go shopping, everything. What do you like gauge? Like for instance, okay, so Friday, if you set up there before, like what would you have to know or go through on Friday to know how much to set up for on Saturday?
I just pretty much go 5 more pounds than whatever I did the day before.
Dang, 5 more pounds. That's a lot.
I'm going through like 30, 40 pounds.
Gee, that's crazy. I know, I'm trying to think of like the equivalent of how we did it because we were selling like tamales. So we would do it by like how many tamales sold. Yeah. So that's how we did it. But yeah, to have pounds of food, like that's crazy. But yeah, we used to buy stuff off what was it called? Depot.
Restaurant Depot.
Yeah, Restaurant Depot. Is that where you like?
That is the plug.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about trying it somewhere else and then like maybe not working out as well, like when we first started?
No. Restaurant Depot.
See,
that's where you want to be at.
Vendors. Keep
Restaurant Depot.
Restaurant Depot.
I mean, you want to sell the good stuff.
Right.
You can't walk in. It's not open to the public to Restaurant Depot.
Right.
So you want to be exclusive.
Right. Yeah, that's good. And you have good quality products and everything. So not to give all your secrets, but when it comes to being vendors and stuff, there are like, for instance, we had a dog treat company recently that we interviewed, and they had to go through a lot of like hoops, and you have to get regulated by like the Food and Drug Administration because they're selling to like pets and have like that stuff, like with the health department stuff, like with your truck.
The cops.
Yeah. Like we've had it almost been shut down like twice, but luckily I have all my paperwork in order, and luckily there's 2 of us, so there's one working behind the scenes paperwork status. But how is it for you being by yourself?
I mean, they're like the police, but just make sure, like, for as far as like the vendors, I mean, if you can fix whatever issue they have on scene, you're good.
Yeah.
Just make sure you keep your meats on the bottom shelf and keep your stuff at temperature. That's all they really ask. I mean, if you got extra stuff, date it, you'll be all right.
Yeah, it's definitely something I like harp on when it comes to vendors.
Make sure that sink works too.
Yes, the sink, hot water. They will literally have like a temperature, like a thermometer, checking out all of your food, your water, your hand washing station, even the pressure of the water coming out.
Yeah, it's got to be like 9 something, whatever. However they measure it, I remember it was like 9 something. Or
yeah,
whatever.
I was like, dang.
Pressure. Yeah.
And there was like this time where like because we had extra, because like we were a cart, so like we didn't have all this extra space and all this extra stuff. So
playing Tetris.
Yeah. So like, but they were like they would like change it up a little bit, like, and it also depends on the county too, because we were doing an event out in what was it, like Pinal County and versus Maricopa, Maricopa, and like they have different like rules, kind of like it's similar but different. Like up there, we couldn't just have like multiple like spatulas or whatever, like in case if thing get dirty or dropped or whatever. Like Maricopa, they allowed you to do that. Like if you were a food cart, we didn't have to have as much regulations as a food truck. We could just have like extras, but out there, like we had to have like special like sanitizing dishes and stuff that you had to use, and it's
the red buckets.
Yeah, the red bucket, and I think there's like a green bucket, and then like all this stuff. And it was like, what the hell? Like we only have our certain thing, and like they didn't tell us about this before. And but luckily because we had like 4 extra like scooper things, they're like, all right, you're good. And I was like, jeez. So that's what's hard about doing events sometimes. You
got to worry about them, and trust me, they're not. Hey, G.Money, we're gonna stop by tonight, and no. They're going to wait till you got it rocking.
Right.
And they're just going to be the next one in line with their badge there. And you're like,
oh my God,
damn, bro.
Yeah. It's scary. It's nerve-wracking. And you got to make sure your permits are on point. Health department.
And you need permits. Like you get one from the state, but you need one like in each town you're working.
Exactly. And like insurance. I don't know like how, if you do it through events or whatever. But we had our own insurance. And then we had to like get it like certified through like the event planners as well.
Every spot you pop out to, upgrade wherever you're gonna be at, put it on there.
Yep. So there's a lot more. Like you said, there's a lot more to
a lot behind the scenes. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like you have to get insurance, gotta get your license, gotta pass inspection, gotta pay for the permits. What are you registered as? Since you just do like you do pop-ups and stuff, you don't have brick and mortar. Do you do it as like a special event caterer, or did you do it?
Yeah, I do like a pop out.
Yeah.
Pop out special event.
And I didn't even know that was a thing, but yeah, ours. And I don't know. There's sometimes you can do 6 months, and sometimes it's a year. but it's pretty crazy how like I mean obviously it's important
Yeah,
because
there's also for like beginners. There's also licenses that you could get for special events. Like they're gonna give you this day, and you might do a Friday, Saturday, but you can buy them just for those events as well. So don't think because like the yearly one is like $600.
Yeah, for food truck.
Yeah. So don't think you just have to like if you like you said if you started with the cart, does it make sense to do a 600? No, just go get this permit right here, do your event, keep stacking. Eventually, you get your food truck, go yearly.
Exactly.
Just like your tags.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're getting a 3-day registration pretty much with the special event promo. If you're just starting, do that.
Yeah, that's smart. It saves you a lot of money doing it that way versus the other way. Like ours, we were doing that. We were doing special events for a little while and did it at that. But then once we got this one spot, we were setting up every Wednesday plus doing private events. So ours was like a $240, and we had to do it for the year because like just how we were registered and everything. But yeah, it's a lot of work, and you want to make sure you do your research because nothing is worse than getting that red mark on your name for the health department.
Zones. Don't think you can just set up anywhere because
Nope.
I mean there is just like with hip hop, there are ops out here. This food truck thing is cutthroat.
Yes.
Trust me. Where are we at right now? 43rd and Thomas. I know you guys pass the food truck that's here all the time, right? Somewhere around.
Yeah.
Bro, what do you think would happen if tomorrow I go set up their spot? Exactly. Yo, bro, you're not just taking a customer. I don't care about this corner. You're taking a couple $1,000, bro. You want your tires popped or what, bro?
Right.
Get up out of here. I couldn't do that.
No.
It's not going to happen. So, like, that's another challenge. Establishing, like, your footprint. Where are you going to start at? Like, finding your spot.
Other vendors.
Man, Instagram. Sometimes I'll pull up personally. I'll DM them, be like, hey, yo, bro, I've seen you on Instagram. I'm going to pull up. And then we just chop it up when I get there. They pick my brain, I pick their brain.
Is there another business like yours out here? Have you investigated that?
Yes,
See, like who's quote unquote competition?
Oh, bro, that's a whole nother story. Let's get into it. So
We got time.
I'm the G.O.D., but if you see on my story, I got the belt because I'm the people's chop, bro. There is another guy that sells chopped cheese. I won't even say his name, but if you watch my promo videos, whenever I have the belt out, I just say better than the other side. And it's kind of like WCW versus WWE. Like, there was an Eric Bischoff, and there was Vince McMahon. But Vince McMahon bought Eric Bischoff. But yeah, no, there are other people, but they send it to me. Believe it or not, like I haven't found them myself. They'll send it in my DM.
They haven't sent it to you?
Yeah. Yo, bro, I went over there. I just had a DM the other day because my last event was 420. Yo, bro, I cheated on you the other day. I went over there, but that shit was ass, bro. I should have just waited. Yeah, like that. And I'll post the reviews. I mean, like, hey, I mean, Instagram is a new Yelp, bro. If I get it, I'm putting it out there. I'm TMZ.
Is there any ingredients that you use that's harder to find out here than you would find in New York?
No, they're here. The ingredients, they're here.
So it's not an issue.
No, I'm sure if you knew what it was, you'd be like, oh shit, my grandma's. We've been doing that.
Yeah, for real.
I swear.
He's all trying to think now.
It's so simple, bro. But it's just like the way I do it, bro. I'm like seasoning, like I don't take measurements anymore. I'm just like the wrist, like when I do this, I just do it, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I told you like it's so, you'd be like, what? That's it. Yeah.
Do you have other shit? What if people was like, hey man, I want some jalapenos in that joint? It's
Yeah,
like, nah, you could just have the shredded crust. You got the condiments on the side or something.
No, that's the What's Lex. I got that one. It has
okay.
American cheese and jalapenos throughout it.
See, that's where you got it.
I was already on that.
Yeah, right? I know, that's why I'm for that.
That's honestly, that one in the Gold Vault is the number one. Number one and number two, they go back and forth with each other.
You said the what? Gold? What?
The Gold Vault?
Gold.
Gold Vault Jewelry is my jewelers. That's their sandwich. Like,
You got a jewel?
I gave it to them, yeah.
Have y'all seen him?
Yeah, I think, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bracelet. Put my
He's like, I got a bracelet, I got a grill, I got this.
That's
I got
where you
that.
start, bro. I got a little bracelet too.
A forever.
Hey, I ain't too flashy.
Hey, but so your name's G.Money, right?
Yeah.
So it's G.Money, N.Y.
G.Money's NY Deli.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So, but I hear you say G.O.D.
Yeah, I'm the chopped cheese G.O.D.
Bro, that would have been a dope ass name. G.O.D.
Chopped cheese G.O.D.
I don't know if you ever seen a hot dog where you get the dog Have you ever seen the Snoop Dogg? What the fuck is it?
Oh yeah, I've heard of the album.
Yeah, but the dude, he's a hot dog vendor, and it looks like this is the dog hot dog, bro. That shit dope as fuck. He has like fucking Snoop Dogg. But man, that's dope, man. Well, I heard you talking about it earlier. That you go to different places.
Mm-hmm.
Are you open to get new places when people are asking?
Oh yeah, it's a DM away. They just DM me and we chop it up.
Okay.
Chop it.
I'm chopping it up 24 hours. No,
Do you do that on purpose?
no.
You can chop
Actually, it just happened.
It's natural. That's just.
Hey, that's what John Blaze. If you look on the store when I went to 98.3 with Poker Face and John Blaze, he said I was the king of the chop.
Yeah, that's nice to meet you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you don't make music.
Nah.
Just a mixtape on the menu.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you have any merch?
I do. I've dropped a couple shirts, hats. I had the collab hat with Merc drop. I drop merch kind of differently. Like I just make whatever amount of pieces, 40 pieces, 40 shirts. You get it now. If you never got it, you ain't gonna get it again. The next drop is something else.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
It's like exclusive.
That's another great feeling when people pull up. Like with my first drop, I just made a plain tee that had my logo on the back, and it said, "Got it out the ground beef." Got it out the ground beef, and people still pull up with that shirt. And I'm like, damn, bro, you've been tuned in for a minute.
Hey, where's Candy's at?
35th Avenue in Grand. I think the exact address is.
Anything off brand or strip club?
That's what I said. I'm like, is that a ship?
But it's actually they're changing the vibe because it's 18 and up. There, it's like a smoke session hookah lounge.
Marijuana?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
Uh huh.
There's still good shit in that?
No, I think they have.
I'm so sorry.
They might.
Excuse you, Mike.
I forgot all those cameras.
They honestly they might. Sometimes they do. I have seen like 2, 3, but it's not like how it was before when you walk in like full blown strip club. No, if you want that, go to Essex. Just keep going a little bit.
Unstable creature.
Yeah.
This fool.
They'll get you a chop joint and a dance.
And
Mhm.
Dropping on that ass.
and get you some nachos because we're gonna have Dre's Meals on Wheels out there.
Yeah, he's gonna tell me there as well.
When people go up to your stand, when you pop out, and you give them the name, the NY Valley, do people go up to you and ask you for the same thing that you don't have? Because they assume something. You know what I'm saying?
So
I can just say, like, if I had a pizza joint, people walk up to me, you got sandwiches too? It's not a pizza and the subs? Nah, I just got pizza. You think I'm an Italian, I don't joint. I have pizza and subs.
yeah, a lot of my thing is this will blow your mind. I don't sell drinks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a lot of these bars I work at, they're liquor license. Like that food truck license we were talking about, they could lose it. That's why they bug out on you guys if you try to bring a water bottle out the club or try to bring a water bottle in. It's because they're liquor license.
Yeah.
So like that. And then basically like in New York, it's always like you get your sandwich, your bacon, egg, and cheese or whatever, you get a bag of chips and you got to get a bev. So, and then the Aki on TikTok, he's known for that. At the end of every video, he's like, can't forget the bev. Never, never, never. So, like, they want, hey, bro, where's the chips and the bevs? I don't got that. So, I'm like strictly chopping it. I didn't do it, nothing else.
Yes, right.
Eventually, but I got fries.
If I can, you just say they have fries.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I said it was a foot long with fries because, I mean, it's $15, bro. But I'm going to give you a bag of chips, bro, so you can throw the sandwich half back at me, bro. And be like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's definitely full. Like, I can't even close the top.
I know, like, okay, so what we're doing on Friday,
Hey,
Saturday?
there's some videos on Instagram. I did some deep dive shit. I was like, oh, that's just gonna go.
Me, I've had a couple people do, like, which one? Which one's, like,
One I can't forget is the drum with the ketchup. I was like, ketchup on a sandwich, that's kind of good. Or it don't sound like to me, but then I thought about it though. I ain't gonna be a hater. I was like, I gotta try that shit because I can't be stopping shit. But I ain't trying this shit.
well, think about it. Look, it's ground beef, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, ketchup. I just
Sounds like a
described a
burger.
hamburger.
Yeah.
But when you taste it, bro, it's nothing like a hamburger.
You blew his mind right now.
Yeah. All the time.
Really? You're not here?
Yeah, those are the customers I like. Yep. I'll be like, all right, bet, no problem. Let's go. Hey, yo, G.Money. Let me get one of them chopped cheese.
Let me get some of them shit.
Yeah,
Man, hard out here.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's actually so the first time I seen Ice-T seen me at the Matty Ice Fest. I was cooking outside. No, not the Matty Ice Fest. The bars on I-95.
Trying to fly Coco that deep.
No, I was outside, but this was after we tried it. He seen me, he walks in, goes before he gets to the door, money on there for sandwiches again, huh? I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, back to another scene.
And he went inside to go watch the rappers. It was Mark's Bars on I-95.
Yeah, Ice Cube is pretty cool. He chill.
So, gee, that boy got some power.
He coming in late sometime, but he chill.
Or $100 million, yeah. Group trip, candy weekend, and I prefer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I like when more than one person comes, especially when it's two. I don't want like three brothers. You know when like Steph Curry shoots and he turns around? That's how I do it. I face to the window and I just turn around. I'm like, oh, that's your yeah. But,
Not the Steph Curry reference. Nah,
sir.
Oh, shit, like Anthony.
dang.
I feel like Edwards. Yeah, I did tell him I'm coming back for Game 7.
Y'all was in the locker room.
Yeah, he did. It was crazy.
He's an animal.
The bum ass Knicks, bro.
Man, look, I don't even know what to say about the Knicks, man. They ain't been nice since the 90s, like 80s. I don't know.
It's a coach, man. He overplays the players. Everybody is hurt.
I thought y'all was getting the chip and I had Carmelo.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Amari.
I know.
That's what it is.
Hopefully the Mets come through, bro.
The Mets.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a better luck with them.
The Nets. Oh man, they took my man, Mikal Bridges.
No, the Mets.
Oh, I thought they said Nets. I was like, no, not the Mikal on him. I was like getting heartbroken. Cause we ain't been shit since Mikal left.
Of course. So I was just about to say that if you're from Queens, you're a Mets fan, you're a Knicks fan, and you're a Giants fan. If you're from anywhere else, you're a Jets fan. If you're from the Bronx, you're a Yankees fan, and Jets and the Nets.
Yeah. Just
The Queens, you're supposed to root for the Mets, the Giants, and the Knicks.
Who says?
hey,
And they all suck.
I mean, you got on San Francisco Giants colors
That's just because it matched.
and the Oregon colors. I was a good fan.
Appreciate it.
That's crazy as hell.
I be wearing all kinds of hats. People tell me, "Are you that fan?" No, hell no.
It just matched. Yeah.
Like the Padres right now?
Oh, I do have a Padre fan. No, calm down.
Like, I listen to that
Well,
right
the Diamondbacks, though, they're actually.
They got some good hats too.
Yeah, I just went to the game when they played the Padres. Machado and Tatis went yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I be keeping up with it. I don't watch them because when you watch them on TV, you fall asleep. But if you're there live, you can still watch.
Huh?
I have yet to go. Speaking of, I know the ton of food vendors that set up at the Glendale State Farm Stadium. There's like food events for that. Would you ever be interested in doing something like that?
Maybe in the future. Right now, I'm just focused on the pop-ups.
Yeah, have you heard about that Peoria's, what do they do? They were doing something where they have like a setup. It's kind of like a pop-up, but they kind of have some hype to it, and they do it every year.
Yeah, that was just the other day, right?
Was it?
Yeah, and they had some burger guy out there that had a line out this world, and I knew somebody that stood in it for like 4 hours. They got to the front, and it was sold out.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Imagine.
That's crazy.
I think I'm the people's chop. I have people ready to jump off the top rope like, yo, bro, you don't got to chop cheese? I just came from Tempe, bro.
Right?
Yeah. You know?
Nothing wrong with confidence.
No, hey, can I get the fucking foot long pick with chop?
Hey,
There
bro.
you go. There you go.
You know?
Shoot.
Yeah, candies.
Candies. We're outside. It's a
Yes.
movie. Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, he's gonna be out Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be dancing on my too.
Yeah, no.
My last day of work is officially Wednesday, so I'm free for Sunday.
Oh.
I'm going to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, food. Okay. That is hilarious. No, I just want to go for the experience and to support somebody. Since you supported my podcast, obviously I want to support your business, and I really want to try your
Appreciate
food because apparently it's a big deal, and like we're fighting over and whatnot. And it's like, well, I guess this isn't a coast because it's Arizona, but like kind of sort of by coastal-ish in a way. Because New York all the way to Arizona, that's a big old leap.
Just make sure for everybody watching,
Yeah.
if you try a chopped cheese, it's got to be from me
Yes.
and not the other side.
Yeah.
I
like you
got the
said.
best one.
He's got the best one. It's gonna be the only one I've ever tasted, so to me, it's gonna be the best regardless. So, see, her first seat. We got two virgins on
Yes,
deck.
sir. First timers.
Ready to come through on weekends at Candies. So first timers at Candies. I feel like that's gonna be a whole vibe. Do you have any more before we get going? Do you have any more drops that you're gonna do? Like, I definitely think that you should invest in some shirts that say the people's choice, or like do some wrestling theme. Just, off the top of my dome, I think that'd be dope.
Oh yeah, that's all I do. The wrestling thing, like my truck. It's called the Chopamania Mobile.
Oh, did you hear that? That's what's up.
Yeah, like I've even tried, try to set up a cook-off, the Chopamania with the other side,
Yeah.
and try to line it up.
Are they scared?
I don't know about scared, but I mean, it's just
They're
not
too
something he
busy?
wants to do.
Because he's scared. I'll say it.
Oh,
You don't
no.
have to say it. I'll say it.
But
He can't rise to the occasion, then maybe he feels a little inadequate. I'm just saying.
yeah,
I say that because I'm not
I
a
got
dude.
2 belts at the truck. One for the best chopped cheese in the valley and in the world. Because Ice-T told me this.
I see. Told you. Did he give you the belt?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, G.Money, it's the best in the world." I was like,
That's
"Whoa."
dope. So do you have your belts? Like, do you literally have belts, or it's like
Yeah.
figurative?
They're stuck to the truck.
Nice.
The
Are
actual
they
belts.
have pictures of them on your Instagram and on your
Yeah.
TikTok? Like, we should definitely promote that and promote the belts, because that'd be dope to have like a whole vibe going on with that. He's got a real belt. Did you guys hear that? We should have a belt. He has a whole ass belt. 2 belts.
Yeah, I
right?
got 2 belts. One for the best chopped cheese in the valley and in the world. And the belts are like hung up at the truck.
In the world. And Ice-T told him, so that means it's official.
Yeah, don't ask me, ask Ice-T.
I'll go. I have him on Rolodex.
Right here, I don't know which camera.
That one.
I
I don't know if you can see. Are you able to zoom in, or should I pass?
don't know if you guys can.
Passing.
That's the belt.
It's gonna come up.
It's always
Slight delay.
hanging up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll choose some of my brothers.
What? Tombstone. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's like real. Oh, man, that's dope.
No,
I love. Okay, wait. Is that? Or did you steal that street sign? Nothing
no.
to tell you. Never mind. Don't tell you.
That's
Don't-
actually,
Don't snitch on yourself.
I actually hate that sign. I got
Why?
it from my dad, because if you look at it, those are what the train stops look like
Uh-huh.
in New York, and that's actually a Bronx stop.
Oh.
And I'm from Queens, so it's like,
Oh. Wah, wah.
Dad, I'm just using this till my Queens one comes in the mail.
There you go. The right way. Pay for it and everything. Well, before we get going, is there anything else you want to mention to the people? Anything else you want to shout out? Any special, like, I don't know, hi dad, hi mom, whatever you want to do, just last minute, like, shout outs to your followers and all that fun stuff. You can give a shout out again to that guy, the TikTok guy. Forgot his name.
AZ Grub Squad, we got a couple.
That one.
AZ Grub Squad started me off.
Mhm.
Foodatory, he bubbled me up. Eats with Ivy bubbled me up. Senor Foodie, shout out to
Ah.
all of them. Like almost all of the vendors. I mean, the foodies.
Mhm.
AZ Foodie. I'm on
Ah.
the spot, guys. If I forgot you, but shout out to everybody that's pulled up to the truck. It's multiple of them. Like, appreciate all of them.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you being on the podcast. You're one of I think you're the 3rd food vendor, so I appreciate it because you're the only chopped cheese. So I'm honored to have you hit us up and be willing to be on the show because I know we're new. So I appreciate
Yeah,
like any of you
appreciate
followers,
you guys.
sharing the love and everything.
Yeah.
It was a joy to have you, and we will definitely come through candies because we are all starving and hungry and really want to try your food now, and we're pumped. And we'll definitely take all the pictures we can and promote you because you deserve it, and that's what us food vendors, regular vendors, all that stuff, gotta help each other out. So appreciate
it.
you, and don't forget to follow our sponsors. Again, that's Liberty Tax, Liberty Car Wash, and Barrio Clothing. Like, follow, subscribe, and we will see you next week.